everyone, Tutorials for Looms here. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this super awesome Rivulet bracelet, and hopefully I did not just butcher that name, but this was not designed by me, but designed by a great friend of mine on Instagram, and most of you may know her as NixKnox21 on Instagram, Nikki, and she's absolutely amazing, and I love all of her posts. They're really cool. And this is actually her original one that she did, so that is the bracelet we're learning how to make today. And it is a simple 4-pin aligned design, and if you want to make it a full wrap, you're going to make it 8 pin bars. For the sake of the tutorial, I'm only going to be doing the 1 loom's length and adding an extension. But this is what it will look like if you do the full wrap, and I think it is absolutely stunning, and I just think this is definitely a cool design. It kind of reminds me of her Christine bracelet. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start by placing the pink border here, and for that I'm going to be using my Sweet Spearmint, one of my all-time favorite colors. So you're just going to start by placing bands out, so one from the center, and then you go out on this pin and this pin. So it starts from here and you go out. Now what we're going to do is we're first going to go up, and now before we continue on, we're going to want to place the little sideways bands you see there. So you're going to go from here to here, and from here to here. So it's a little bit of a unique process, but that's what makes it awesome. So then we're going to go up again, and we are going to go sideways and up, and we will just repeat this entire process all the way up the loom. I love bracelets that have this kind of border. I don't know, I just think it's so cool how the band hooks on. I'm also doing a white background today because on the last tutorial that I uploaded my Sweet Harmony, it's really hard to tell on the camera how the angles and, you know, the lighting is doing, so the red background really wasn't working very well. Luckily, it's still very easy to tell how to make the bracelet, but I decided to go with a better background. So I'm going to stick to the brighter colors like white and my regular yellow, which I had been using for my previous tutorials. And this bracelet only has 3 different steps to it, which I absolutely love. Oh, and just to mention, I know that I sometimes like to know this, you're going to be using the most neon orange, then the pink, then the turquoise, in case you're wondering. And I think the X's will look great with 2 different colors. Like, I think that's what Nikki did in her rendition. However, I am not doing that because I'm just wanting to stick to the very simple kind, but after you make one of these, maybe once you have learned the design, I know that I'm going to make one, but once you learn it, you can start trying it with really fun color combinations, and I'm so excited to see your renditions on Instagram, because it's just, they're so awesome to see. Alright, so now once we're going to go all the way up, so what you're going to do is it's going to be just like before. You're literally just going to put the band in and put the band in. So it's going to end kind of like the way it started, except there's that extra band. So now what we're going to place is we're going to place those neon orange bands. And for that, I'm going to be using my Sweets. It's a hot pink. It's under Fairy Pastel Pink, but this is not a pastel. So these must be placed in the precise order that I do them in order for this looping to look correctly. So what you're going to do is you're going to start over here, and you're going to go from here to here, and then you want to go from here to here. Now it must be important that they're laid this exact way, and then this one is looped like this. Alright, so the outside is always going to be the one that's laid second. So now you're going to start from the inside as always. We're just going to be starting from the inside, and then of course the outside. And inside, outside. So this is what I meant by the neon orange, the pink in this bracelet is the most consuming, because obviously since you're doing it on both sides, it is a little bit more bands. But I absolutely love how this really is not that many steps, and it's so easy to make. And I mean, it's not that band consuming. I was just saying that because I know people like to know, and I'm also very happy that this is a 4-pin design, so that leaves more options for people to make more full wraps, because I have been doing 8-pin designs lately, and more to come, which I absolutely love those designs, and if you have it, great, but sometimes not a lot of people have it, so I feel like this is a really great design for people to make more. And ooh, it's gonna, because also they lay like so perfectly. That's what I also like. But you have to make sure you go from the inside and then the outside. I like how this is almost like, obviously it's not seamless, but it just feels seamless because it ends perfectly. And I am almost done. Oops. Band went flying there. Alright, so my last X's here, they're just going to end on the pin. Move those. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to place are those turquoise bands. And this is really unique too. If you've ever made the hand-in-hand bracelet, this is going to be very familiar. But you're going to start here on the left side, and you're going to do a band like you're ready to do an X. But instead of like going up again, you're going to go from side to side here. So it's going to kind of create, my mother of pearl probably is not the best color to use, but it's like from here to here. And then once again, you're going to go out like that on the exact same bar pin row. Go out like this sideways, and then stretch it out. And then sideways, and stretch it out. So it may be a little confusing at first, but it's really easy to get the hang of. There we go. And then out like this. Place 2 bands there. So I like how this is not even as much as making a regular single chain. So that's really nice. So if you're low on bands and you want to use it, this is the perfect bracelet. That's actually what I did with the turquoise. I was running low on turquoise. Had plenty of pink and neon orange. And I wanted to do opaque, especially since she did opaque, because I just like to go with what the crater goes with. So it's going to end like that. Now you're going to spin your loom around, and you will add a cap band. I like to take 2 of my bands and then go like this. And then just loop this on, so that way it's a lot more sturdy, so it's less likely to break. So now we can go ahead and start the looping process. Alright, so the first step that we're going to do is we're going to loop out this little zigzag. So you're going to go through the cap band, grab that mother of pearl, and then go in and grab this here, and then loop it out. Then you want to go through here, grab this band, and loop it out. So we're just going to be following its basic thing by looping it out here and pulling it through here. So that is very, very simple. And I will just loop that out the entire way. See if I'll zoom out a little bit now. And here. So for the time being, I already have 4 tutorials that I need to do for next week. That's going to be 2 hook onlys, my Avenue, I can never say it, sorry. I will figure it out. And then the Star Jump Bracelet by Lumania 0304, sorry. Right, and this one is going to end on this pin. Now what you're going to do is you're going to loop out the first X here, so it's going to be the top band if you placed it right. If it's not the top band, you have done something wrong. So now we're going to loop out the border here. We're just going to go in through the pins. And now what we want to do is we want to loop this X band right here, the other side. So it's going to be the other one that crosses over. Alright, now we're going to loop a band forward and loop a band forward. Alright, so we want to go through here and we want to grab this band right here and cross it over. So it's going to be the one on the top right there. But now what we want to do before we loop this band, we're going to go in through this one here, and I will zoom in a little bit so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go in through this pin. So we just looped this X band over. If my camera will focus, I can get it to focus here. Sorry about that. But you're going to go in and grab the other X band, right? And then we're going to loop that over. Okay, so now we want to go in here and grab this band and loop it out. So what we did is we looped this one, this one, and this one. So now we can do that on the other side. So we looped this band forward, okay? So we want to grab the one that's on the top, so that's going to be in the inner pin, and loop that out. Go over here, go through all the bands, and grab the other layer, loop that out so you can have the X formed here. Loop out this band, and now we're just going to simply loop it forward, and then loop it forward again on this side. Alright, so that completes one sequence. It's very simple once you get the hang of it. So you're going to go in, grab the top band, so it's going to be on that inner pin, and then we want to grab the other one. We want to go back into this pin, grab this band, and then loop it forward. Okay, so we want to grab that inner on that inner pin, grab the other band, loop that forward, and then loop it out like that. So, sorry, that's my phone. Okay, sorry about that. So we're just going to repeat the sequence over again. So it's just going to be loop out the X, and then loop this band inwards, and loop that forwards. And then again. And so we'll just keep repeating this process until we can't do it anymore. So, luckily it doesn't take long at all. I think it's really cool how this bracelet is so thick, but yet it doesn't use hardly anything at all, like any of the bands. It doesn't have like 5 different looping techniques and then a cap band, and I just find that really cool. And it's a very good size too. It's not too thick, not too thin, not too bulky, not too thin. I already said thin. So I think it's just a really fun bracelet to make, and I can probably zoom out a little bit now. So that way, hopefully it'll stay a little bit more in focus. It's really hard to see how close I am, but I love this color combination. I usually use white pearl, however, I am currently out of white pearl, so I ordered some, and I ordered a huge haul, actually. It's over $40 worth of Rainbow Loom rubber bands from rainbowloom.com. A lot of their new bands I ordered, and of course just your simple cocoa, because I absolutely love that color, and then some deep lilac, Caribbean green, all those fun colors. So I might do a haul video, and I'll post on my Instagram whether or not I should do one. So I'm not quite sure if I should do it or not, because I don't know, I feel like hauls, I don't know. If you want, I can do like a little haul / review kind of in one short video, because even though it's only like $40, you only get like 20 packs of bands. But just leave a comment down below, comment on an Instagram post, or maybe if you make this bracelet, just tell me in the caption whatever you'd like. Just so I can get your feedback if you guys like those videos or not, if they're not your favorite, whatever. Just put some input in for me, and that would be awesome. And also, leave me a comment letting me know what your favorite band type is, because as you may know, I am having a 10K giveaway and on my Instagram, so make sure to go check that out. And I'm going to add some bands in it. I already have some special prices, which you guys should see about next month. I've ordered a lot of prices online. But you guys can just let me know what's your favorite band type so that I can order some for the giveaway. See what you guys are interested in. If you want like sweets or pearls or galaxy. I will not be adding that many limited editions since those are very pricey. But hopefully this will suffice. Just doing the regular band types, because they're still pretty awesome. I might order some silk. I've heard silk are really good. I ordered them. I'm going to probably do a review on those, even though they've already been done a lot. I'm just very excited to try the silk out because I hear it is pretty good. I've watched a couple of, well, I've only watched one review and then just read other reviews online and stuff. Alright, so I'm on my last X here. So I'm just going to loop that out. And out. And then this one's in, of course. Where else could it go? So in here, we're going to go out. Now you want to grab 2 rubber bands. I'm just going to place that on my finger. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the band that we placed at the bottom. Pull it through those two loops there. And then go ahead, grab a C or S clip. And now we can just pull it off of our loom with our hook. I definitely recommend using a hook, especially if you're using not that sturdy rubber bands. I probably could handle it with the pearl and the sweets because those are very, you know, dual layered and nice, but this way they don't get stretched out near as much and it's a lot better. I'm already loving how this comes out. I may have to make another one. I like to give my bracelets away too and have matching bracelets with some of my family members and friends and all that stuff. So, this is looking so gorgeous. I love this. This is, like I said, one of my favorite color combos of all time. This makes a very, very nice size bracelet for one loom. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you like this bracelet, please give it a big thumbs up as well. If you make it, don't forget to tag me and the designer at NixKnox21 at Tutorials for Looms. You can use the hashtag Rivulet Bracelt, hashtag Tutorials for Looms, and hashtag NixKnox21. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.